After an early morning, our party finds their way making their trek toward the center of town, toward the Upflow Inn. A stressful morning of questioning and interrogation by Austere, a high elf known to be a part of Twin Shields, an old adventuring group that seems to have retired here at Bluefalls, making a name for itself, as well as sharing the governing force with the other members of Twin Shields. The morning is yours, everyone, as you make your way across the town square. Sort of a weird energy is permeating through this space as you all sort of recuperate from watching necromancy at its... what's the word? I guess most ethical? As they were able to question the fallen from the night before about what has happened. What do you do?
I don't know about you, but I feel very hungry. Is that strange?
I am too, actually.
Yeah, I'm peckish.
I turned to Vasha as we're walking to, I don't know, an inn or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked her, in the Empire, the only people to cast magic or to be allowed to cast magic were people of the Swan, people who were marked. But even then, magic like we just saw, necromancy, was that allowed?
I've never really seen anything like that before. I glanced to Smith.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Okay. It's just
There
that
was there's always something a little bit off. I found dealing with the people that could harness those necromantic abilities. But they were, I guess, just the same as anybody else.
I'm just trying to understand why these punishers or whoever they are would do that to that lady.
Way of the grasp.
Those people. I'm just trying to piece together why people who are like that, who are capable of doing what they could do, would do it to people like this. I mean, hello, we're right here and they haven't come for us. We blew up a mountain, a city.
Well, it's a lot harder to attack multiple targets. It could also be...
We blew up a mountain with not entirely magic.
Not entirely, no.
Right.
Okay.
Being cautious and taking their time. That's well, that's a sign of somebody to watch out for. There's 4 of us. She was all alone.
Okay. So, are you proposing we bunk together?
Yes, actually.
Okay.
If they're going to strike, they would probably rather strike when we're alone anyway.
Yeah. We'll take watches like we do when we're outdoors. But as for right now, you're hungry. So let's get you some food.
Okay.
I mean, do we have a plan? Are we going to try to find them and strike first, or wait until they attack, or...
That's always the plan. Striking first, catching them off guard. That's the best way to handle this. If we wait for them to come to us, we can prepare. However, that's their specialty.
Yeah.
Analyzing the situation, striking when it suits them the best. If we can catch them unawares, that's a lot better.
If I may, how do we strike something we cannot see?
Very good point.
There are ways. We can look for magical trails. There's also some things, potentially, that I can tinker around with.
Do you think they're still here?
Yes. There's a lot of places to hide. Either that or they were making some kind of report. I don't know how their structure works and what kind of reporting they need to do, but they will have to check in eventually. Just to follow up. Sending a message, or I don't know what their magical capabilities are, but they might have a device similar to sending stones that we've used. Could be many different things. Could even be as simple as a letter, a carrier pigeon.
So how much time do we have approximately before they know we're here? I mean,
I would
God King.
assume they already know that we are here. In terms of the God King, I don't know. I don't know how long it would take them to send a message or what. If they're sending a message with a carrier pigeon, it could take a week. If they have the capability of using magical items or a spell,
Smith,
it could be instantaneous.
Smith, you know there's no carrier pigeon. It's far below them.
So, take that back then.
I just think as you sort of say it, you may catch yourself like, no, that wouldn't make sense.
You probably wouldn't use a carrier pigeon. I think I've heard tale of them using either magical devices or magic in general. So it's very possible that they could have already reported back that we are here.
I see. That gives me an idea, but... No, sorry, it's not very useful today.
No, go on.
Maybe... Oh, no, Mr. Smith said carrier pigeon. Well, he was about to say something about carrier, then he said magical items. And then you see Violet kind of just fidget about. And she opens up her wings and flies about. And then you see the violet fluid inside the flask turn yellow. The cork opens up. And then a small parchment with a letter shows up. Well, not that many words, but maybe if ever we need to, Violet could send messages this way between us.
That's very handy. Hopefully we're not separated for a while, though.
Hopefully, no. But
You never know.
thank you for the flash of genius there, Mr. Smith.
Wasn't me, Jet.
Okay.
Let's get you some food.
Yeah.
What do they have to eat here that's not fish?
What a great question.
Yeah, do they even?
They do have various steaks and venison and some red meat as well. It's a bit more expensive than the fish, obviously for
Okay.
obvious reasons of trade and such.
It's just that symbolic eating of the dead doesn't really have a great ring to it, I think.
Mm-hmm. As you make your way toward the upflow inn, that large pool still sort of bubbling, the surface undulating as water flows from underneath. A crescent part of that pool is covered by the upflow inn. And you notice there's a crowd outside that is starting to disperse and file into the inn or the tavern and eating area as Brakida, who was just at council with you all, has finally made it to open up and start the morning. And you start to see some denizens make their way inside as you sort of approach and make your approach toward the upflow. As you all walk inside, you're greeted, of course, not necessarily with any sort of cooking smell yet. You do see various people starting to sit down. There is the chatter of a morning crowd as chairs are scooted and sliding around as people are sitting down. Doors are opening. The bubbling pool is still the fish that are falling into nets, and there are some people that are enjoying the tradition and the option to catch their own food. They go and they would grab one of the, like a paddle or a long hewn piece of wood that has like a Y frame or a square Y frame with a tight fish net toward the end of it, much like a pool skimmer, but in the sense that it is a wider gill net. And some people are dipping these tools into the bubbling pools and fishing out and catching their own fish and bringing it over towards some sort of station on the way to Brakida, where Brakida can fillet and prepare the food. You do notice that they also do have hunks and of darker meat as well available that not many people buy, but it is available if that is something you wish. With little to no effort, you do find a table.
How are the citizens kind of reacting to us? Because everyone was watching, right? Not everybody, but a lot of people.
A lot of people are watching. That is a really good question. I think there is a lot of chatter about, like, they'll look and they'll talk, and then you do notice that some people are trying to not either acknowledge you, or if they do, it's awkward.
Right, okay.
Yeah, like
Where they catch eyes and then look away,
and
like
then
they
look
weren't
away.
just talking about you. Yeah,
Exactly.
okay.
That's
Got
sort
it.
of what's happening, where you're getting the feeling that people are spreading the news about council this morning and the interrogation, but it's not out of the ordinary. You're not seeing anybody have any sort of hatred or animosity toward your group. They're just sort of gossip is spreading from what happened this morning, and there may be a couple quizzical looks that you see could be a bit judgmental, but that happens really wherever you go, depending on if you're a part of the Entente or if you're a part of the Sworn. It's something you are all used to in some regards, respectively. Go ahead.
I just sit down and wait. I'm not one for initiative.
So what do you want? If not fish.
I don't know anything. It was just a suggestion. I just didn't like the idea of eating their dead, you know? Even if it is just symbolic. What would you like to eat?
Well, the fish was really good. I wouldn't mind having that again.
Okay.
I mean, all energy returns in some form or another, so we're all technically eating the dead all the time. Sorry.
Okay. No. Okay. Never mind. I can't escape it. I was like, okay, then I'll eat only water. I'll drink only water, maybe. I'm just joking with you.
I will ask for like a plate of vegetables or something like that. Not fish.
Sure.
2, I guess. And I'll look at Ty and Smith. What would you like? Matter?
Whatever.
Eggs. You have any eggs?
Yeah, eggs.
Have some eggs.
You notice after some time, as you are discussing food in which you'd probably like, you see a balding, short-statured gnome, which is something that I don't think we've seen yet here on Harther and Spellwind. But bulbous nose, he's got a bit of has a bit of a peach fuzz chin strap that goes around, balding a bit, and relatively on the smaller side when it comes to the average height of what you would have seen or heard of the gnomish people. And he approaches and says,
Hey, sorry, did anybody help you out yet, or you all? No? Okay, what can I get
No,
for you?
we need some food.
All right, great. What can I get for you?
kind of
I'll
holds out a
have,
notepad.
I'll have some eggs.
Okay?
Eggs.
Eggs, all right? Yeah, chicken eggs, right? Is that what you want?
If that's what you have, sure.
Okay, we have fish eggs
Yeah,
as well. If that's something you're thinking about, a lot of people like to mix and match.
What other eggs do you have but fish and chicken?
That's it. Fish or
Okay,
chicken.
then chicken eggs, please.
Okay, great. I'll go ahead and put that in for you. And anything else?
Ethan, you mentioned something about vegetables and stuff. Do you want?
Oh, yeah, I just
Yeah.
asked for a plate of vegetables
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
without this order going step by step, he gathers the order
I'll be right
Yeah.
back. Thank you.
and makes his way off to.
Hey,
Yes.
you got anything what'll wake us up? A drink,
Yeah.
like
Okay. Rough night, huh? I take it as a yes.
We all just like
Yes.
simultaneously look at the gnome
Yeah,
like,
uh-huh.
Okay, all right, I'll be back. Yep, I'll get you something. I'll find something here. It's probably something we can get for you. Okay, now, it's something I...
After a few moments, comes back with a small drink, like a thin glass that goes up to about the size of like a pint would, right? So about that size, but it's a small cylinder. Looks like it was blown haphazardly and a little bit shoddily, as you think you've seen clearer glass in Evervale, but nevertheless, it still holds liquid. None of the glasses match, as this gnome sort of places them in front of you and says, "Bottoms up," and then also has one for himself. Then down the hatch his goes. And immediately, this is alcoholic. You do have this a strong, that strong burning and warmth that goes down. It does wake you up, but immediately for a couple of moments, you're in a bit of a fog. As
There's no expression change at all. on my
just
face.
bam. This gnome goes,
Whoa! Wow! All right, I'm up. All right, I'll get you your food.
and then makes his way off toward the bar. And
I'm closely watching Varsha when she drinks it.
okay.
Well, I rolled an 18, so I think I'm okay. I think maybe I'm a little bit surprised because I wasn't expecting that, but then I am okay. Surprisingly, I don't think I've had a lot of alcohol in the past,
Right.
so that's a surprise.
Yeah, yeah. It does come back over with what looks to be warm drinks. Looks like some sort of tea, if that is something you wish. And
Yes, please.
offers
But here you are, of course, and I'll get you some waters too.
You might want to wait on the water before you drink the tea.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Now just
some moments go by. Eventually, food is served, and what you have
Thank you.
ordered.
very welcome. Now this is all.
Right,
This is on Uru, by the way.
Oh,
So whenever you want, let me know.
So,
you.
Uh-huh.
what do we have here? Is it boiled or fried or magicked?
Well, you're gonna have the eggs are gonna be well, obviously they're sunny side up, or I should say Geoloon side up. And there's also in the I got you some a medley of fruits and some seaweeds that we would fish up from here as well. So there's gonna be a bit of the salty flavor. Hopefully you like it, and if you don't, you can probably stick around.
I've just scooped everything together and just.
Hey, and his food's all touching. Okay, all right, well, all right, you monster. All right, I'll be back.
What's the odds this grasp thing is going to attack us?
yeah, I'm wondering the same thing.
Well,
I mean, 100%. It's just a matter of when, right?
yeah. Nighttime again is the most likely. They will have to rest at some point. I don't really know everything about their patterns or their structure. I've only heard bits and pieces here and there. It's very limited.
Would you happen to know how many they travel? Are they just one, or groups of two like you two?
Well, I think it depends on the situation. I don't really know what they were expecting coming in to this situation, but if they've been tracking us, then there will definitely be more than one.
Well, do you think they were here for us?
I don't know.
I mean, is it unusual for them to hit somebody other than their target?
Things change. If they were on a mission to kill someone here, they saw us enter the city, they might have seen me speaking with her. That may very well have changed plans.
Right.
GM, I do not recall how she died.
Are you asking me out of character how she died to refresh
Yes.
Meyer?
Yes.
Okay.
'Cause he's an idiot. He does not remember.
What was said was she didn't have much bruising, or she had some bruising, subtle, nothing too traumatic, but she did have, her nose was bleeding, and I think she had some blood coming from her ears. Was when she was found, face down.
Okay. So, she was not physically injured, was she? She
I was
wasn't-
psychic damage.
Yeah, I
Is
think.
what
Yeah, we
Barsha found out and then relayed at least that
Right.
much.
That it was traces of psychic damage. Yes,
Nobody touched her.
and necrotic. I think it was necrotic and psychic.
Yes. Yep.
Nobody touched her.
Didn't look like it.
It didn't seem like much of a sign of a struggle, or like if many people were there, otherwise, things would be knocked over. It was just her.
I mean, I have magic like that.
Right. You do have magic like that, but at the same time, that means that whoever is these people, they don't have to physically, be as close as you are to me right now. And because of this, they could easily be one, or they could be many.
Yeah, but there was that kind of weird crack, I guess. Like they had,
Terrible.
yeah, like they came through maybe and then left the same way.
Right.
It's very possible that they used a spell to transport in, get somewhat closer. Might have needed a good look at the target before they were able to attack.
I see. Well, it was very strong, whatever it was.
Hmm.
like-
That puts me only slightly at ease, because now we know that, it's not going to happen from that tower over there.
Yeah,
But they can just pop out of anywhere.
maybe if it's anything like
True.
the spiders, then yeah.
Oh, okay.
Why break out then?
What do you mean?
Well, the window was broken from the inside out. So, if they move like a phase spider, they can appear inside. But it didn't phase out to leave. They had to break the window and escape. So maybe
Maybe
it
they
don't
didn't
last
have
that
to.
long.
Maybe they didn't have to. Maybe they didn't even go out that way. Maybe they just wanted it to look like they did.
It's a good clue. though.
Misdirection.
Yeah.
Possibility.
Yeah, if anything though, it's narrowed it down for us, ain't it?
Right. I mean,
Well,
It's
I
a
mean-
starting point.
Well, it's a
I-
starting point for us, but I mean, let's say they didn't know that we were here until now. Then they were making it look like literally anyone else for the people here who don't know the way of the grasp.
right.
Like-
True.
In a way, we're
Alternatively though,
lucky that Smith and I know of them.
how
You
much
need to
can they
even
do it? Can they pop in, cast their spell, and then pop out? Or are they stuck for a while?
How is everything? Good?
Oh,
Yeah?
it's delicious. Thank you.
I get you anything else? Or for now? Or more tea? More tea or anything? Another one of those?
No,
Oh,
I'm great. Thank you.
Okay, alright.
Compliments to the chef.
Oh, great, I'll go tell him. Alright. Yeah.
hmm. Love might be a bit too strong, but oh,
I ask only because I need to be able to get my hands on them. Right?
Right.
If they're popping in and popping out all over the fucking place.
Well, I don't know. I've only heard stories. I have no idea what they're actually like. Some people don't even think they're real.
Right. Spells. Like that one. Psychic shit. What's that all about?
What do you mean?
Well, what we expecting they're gonna make noise? Are they gonna just fucking pop in and then my head's gonna explode or what?
Mine don't make noise.
Depends on the spell.
So we're blind.
Yes.
Yeah. It would seem that way anyway.
How? Oh, I don't like this. I mean, like you say, we have to find them because otherwise they're coming for us and they're attacking fast.
That's fine.
Is it?
Yeah.
This woman was... I mean, if she was to go down as fast as she did, then what chance do I have? If they go for me first.
Well, you won't be alone, first of all. Second of all, you're incredibly strong and smart. And third, we know they're coming. It's like the biggest advantage we have.
Can't you set up some, I don't know, bullshit? Shroud yourself in something that stops people from hurting you, or...
I might need time for that. And besides, she was smart too. What if the smarter you are, the more your head explodes?
Can't you do, Lorcan can do a thing where he can, grab the spell, almost, and, discard it. He can stop spells sometimes.
In your anxiety at this moment, Jet, Violet just sort of stirs and then climbs a little bit closer to you. I guess find some comfort.
Shouldn't be able to do that, you. And I tighten Violet's cork and fasten her into her latch. Oh, okay. Well, at any rate, I'll have to think and think hard.
Well, we all need to come up with some way to fucking react.
Right.
I might be able to do something like that. Grab a spell, I mean.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
He always said he could feel the, I don't know, vibrations just before a spell was cast towards him. And he would stop it. He always described it like grabbing it out of the air, try to teach me it. I weren't no good at it. Be pretty fucking useful at a time like this.
Yeah, it would.
You see, Ty, it's all about figuring out the telegraph that your enemy will provide. They are to lift their hand up in aggression, and you could see in their eyes and in their intent what it is that they will cast. Depending, of course, how the breeze is blowing, you could then see and feel how and what they will cast. And if you
What
know
is
what
happening?
they're doing, you can stop.
Well,
What do you mean, what is happening?
You alright?
Yeah, yep.
yeah, why
yeah.
are you so fucking nervous, by the way? It's messing up my vibe over here.
Well... I guess I've sort of been waiting for them to find us. Or come for us. And now
No,
that
we're
it's
all right.
actually here...
Here, look. Okay, I'm gonna look around for. Is there like a landing or like an open space around? Like an
Sure.
outside area, maybe
Sure.
that would be like a deck.
Yes, there is one on the outskirts. There's like outside seating. It's not really open right now, nor is there anybody out there, but you can, it is accessible. It sort of wraps around a wooden dock side of this pool.
I point at Varsha and say, "All right, come over here."
Okay.
I get up and walk over to the decking area and
Yeah, I follow him.
do a once around.
Sure.
Wait, are they leaving us right now?
You can come with if you want.
Okay. As I get up, I try and pocket the silverware that I have, and I go with,
Okay.
I have big sleeves.
Of course.
Like I do like a circle of the area, and then I take out one of my screamer sticks and throw it at Varsha to catch.
Right.
I'm just
okay.
kind of watching from the table.
Yeah, I will catch the screamer stick.
I take out the other one,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and then I put my hood up, but I pull it down like over my cap, and like so that it comes down over my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, "It's the weirdest thing. I used to know this geezer called Scars,
Okay.
and well, he was from here, Bluefalls.
What?
He was the one what taught me how to use sticks and that, pole arms and stuff as well, but another weird thing, he didn't really believe in killing.
What did he believe in?
Lorcan's way of the more violent path of the Entente. Didn't really believe in that too much. Between him and another guy. His name was Morven. He was the one that taught me how to fight with my fists and that. The two of them fucking hated the way Lorcan was doing everything. Two of them buggered off eventually. Scars is dead now. He died in a fucking fight with a sworn.
I'm sorry.
Well, here's the thing, right? I weren't there that night. Red Devon said he wouldn't have died if he weren't using sticks. Like if he'd used the knives. The thing is, when you're cutting people and that sight of blood and the smell of it and that, it freaks people out. Strikes fear in their hearts, you know? It's like an extra weapon. Scars always said that was bullshit. Anyway, Scars is dead and Red Devon ain't, so I picked up the knives and that, didn't I? The other thing,
bullshit.
he said a blind man
Blind man.
don't trust
Don't trust.
the way another man tells him to step, right?
Way another man.
You gotta know the way.
You've gotta know the way.
Know the path to walk, Typhair Veridis, he would say.
Know the path.
And he'd look at me through those fucking milky eyes and say, come on in, try and hit me.
Hit me.
So, try and hit me with your stick, Varsha.
I glance around. Are both Smith and Jet watching? Or
I
did
believe
you stay?
Smith
okay.
isn't, or Jet's nearby, I think.
Yeah, I'm at the
and-
table. I'm
and
just kind of glancing over here and there.
Smith's watching from the table.
Okay.
I start
I'm standing up by the
moving.
table.
I start doing my little dancing.
Mm-hmm.
It looks a lot like the kind of like boxers dancing from left to right that you
Mhm.
might see.
I have had this spell for ages and I've never had a chance to use it, so I'm going to use it right now.
Cool. Yes.
It's
Thank you.
Ty's Jaunt, where you magically empower your movement with dance-like steps. So I just do exactly what he's doing.
Okay.
Um,
Does this
I think I'm a little surprised by it.
does the magic telegraph anything, or is it just you just take that same stance? Like, does it?
Oh, yeah, no. My walking speed increases by 10 feet. I don't provoke opportunity attacks, and I can move through the space of another creature.
Okay.
It doesn't count as difficult terrain. There's like a whole bunch of cool
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
that
Are you
does-
making a lot of noise?
do people if people were watching, would they know that you cast a spell just now, or is it just you adjusting your stance and footing?
No, I don't think so. It doesn't. It's abjuration, so I doubt it. It doesn't say it makes any sound, so we'll just say I just look
Up to
like
you.
I'm. Yeah, I think I just
You just
mimic
take on the
Ty.
same stance. Sure.
Yeah. Okay. And then I will try to attack him with a stick, I guess.
Okay.
What is this? Is this like one of those?
Each one of his sticks. Yeah.
Yeah,
one
but
of-
like,
It's a small. It's like a kendo stick. It's
yeah, okay.
like a foot long.
So I'm not used to that at all. Okay. Cool.
It's much
I will
lighter.
just
and,
I will
the
just
balance
make
is way off compared to the
like a longsword.
yeah.
Do we train with that though? When we were young?
Oh, you train with
So-
swords.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, when they give you they'll just
Yeah.
give you unsharpened swords.
Yep.
Um,
And are like, if you get cut or hit or bruised, then it's your own fault.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll just make a regular attack at disadvantage. Does that sound good?
Sounds great.
As she's moving towards me,
Mm-hmm.
I am cool. I'm just going to take all of this information if you don't mind.
Yeah.
And so I have my head down, and I am listening to everything around me. I'm hearing all of the clatter of the plates and knives and forks and chatter of people nearby, the birds that are flying around. But I focus as much as I can on the wind. And I, as Ty, never knew whether Scars was using magic or not. I always relied on my own ears. And I still, to this day, have no idea if when I do this, I'm even slightly tapping into the Spellwind or not. I've never questioned it. I listen for everything. And as soon as she starts moving towards me, I hear her footsteps. I hear the way she's moving. I hear the rustle of her clothing as she lifts up this stick. As soon as you move into my space, I can do this move brace, right? And you swing this thing. Did you actually do it with disadvantage? Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use the brace, which allows me to react and hit you. But it's as you bring your stick towards mine, I just sidestep it.
Yeah. Are your eyes closed?
Yeah, my head's
Yeah,
down as well.
okay, yeah.
And I sidestep it as it comes down, and then I hit you once on the side, and then hit you once on the wrist.
Okay.
And yeah, then I probably just move to one side of you.
But you don't take an opportunity to attack me now?
Well, you've been hit twice.
Okay.
That was a brace and a parry.
Okay.
Actually, it was a brace and a riposte.
Are you dealing damage?
Can I choose not to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not
Yeah.
hitting hard.
Mhm.
It's just that I could at this point hit you twice, and I do. It's like a tap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just
Training.
to show like I could have. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Then I will try again. I think I back up though and reset like you would do in training. So he's hit me twice, so then I back up and then try to go in again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
15.
My little dancing feet are going. And again, I think I close my eyes.
Your head
I
is
now know
down
where
too?
you are. Yep,
With-
my head is
with the cloak.
down. The
Okay.
cloak is over just to double up.
Okay.
I'm listening to her move now. It's really clear, I think. I can just focus on her, and I think it's weirdly clear. I think that it's a little odd and this would probably only be internal, but there's like a thing where I can not just hear where you are and intuitively judge how you're going to move, but also I can almost hear your thoughts as you approach
Yeah,
this
I was just going to
attack.
say, like, I do not want to hurt you. I'm worried that I'm going to hurt you. That's probably the main concern and feeling that I have right now. So I'm not really concentrating on what you're trying to teach me, I think.
Yeah.
At this moment, you both start to get some goosebumps as the hairs in the back of your neck start to stand up as a subtle breeze blows through the air as you start to share this information with one another silently.
I think I will just I think I'll just disarm you with this one. I think
Yeah.
you go to
Okay.
strike at me, I step backwards, my Eskrima stick. This is more of a fencing move, I think, but I just spin your stick downwards, twist your wrist around, and it forces you to let go
Yeah,
of the thing,
yeah.
and the stick would clatter away.
Stick clatters away and sort of finds itself next to an ungrowing potted plant or plant fixture, lands right next to and buries itself right next to that.
Just lift the hood up and say,
It's really useful against assassins.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, we don't need to worry about what we can see or even what we can hear, you know? You just have to know.
Okay.
That's the best way to deal with them.
Now you
when you
try
know
to
you're
hit
going to
me,
be attacked.
but with magic.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
What do you mean hit you with magic?
Hit me with magic. Cast a spell.
I ain't got any spells.
Ooh.
What are you thinking?
Well, I think that he does. I just think he doesn't realize that he does, but I don't know how to convey that or use that within the rules of, D&D, because I think I know meta that you switch classes, right?
Schmools.
Yeah.
well, no.
No? Okay. So you no longer have Booming Blade.
As soon as she looks confused, I cast Booming Blade and attack.
I counterspell.
Okay.
You two, we're in a public place.
I'm attempting to sucker punch is what I'm
Yeah.
doing.
Oh, okay. I see. Well, then let's
Just
roll
lying.
for it. Let's roll
Yeah.
for it, because I think I would rather have the chance of being sucker punched than use my reaction, even though I think I
roll it.
technically can.
Deception, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Let's just, that's the 21. Let's just say you do it.
Okay.
What would I even roll for that?
Perception.
Perception. Yeah.
Perception, I guess.
Insight.
Right. Perception, insight, or arcana. I'll let you choose.
Oh, okay. Insight would have been better. Oh, shit. Equally matched. I
my.
will say that,
Oh, wow.
yeah, you can do that for sure. I think it's way more interesting.
I
if you
don't think
sucker
I
punch
can
me.
lie to you right now because of the spell bond.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I think any other
Um,
day this would have worked.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But today,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you're right. Okay. I realize you're saying that. I know you're lying. And I'm like, wait a second.
What
He's
I
never-
take to be her
He's
confusion.
never been able to lie to me, lie to me and me see through it before like this. He's always been able to lie.
I assume
That's
that
my confusion.
cue is
Yeah.
like, oh, she's confused. That's the point I go for these sucker punches,
Yeah.
and like
Mm-hmm.
immediate and I'm using the Eskrima stick, which I've never cast Booming Blade on before, but I think is fine. It's the same thing. The Booming Blade spell happens that
Booming bludgeon.
a
Yeah.
booming bludgeon, the rush of purple energy, the lilacs and mauve that rushes across the Eskrima stick, the crack of kind of a thundery sound, and I'm moving, and it's I dip kind of low, I think, one, almost like I'm doing like a slide towards you, and I'm bringing the thing towards your towards your stomach. But I think in that moment I realized that you weren't confused about what I thought you were confused about, and you actually knew what I was doing. And I guess you do counterspell it.
Yeah. It's third level.
I don't know how this
so
works
it just stops
with Booming
working.
Blade, by the way. I don't know if it just removes the magic and the strike still gets you, or
I think the strike would still get me. It's just the magic is now gone. But I think
so
it would
too.
be really cool if normally it says it just like the spell fails and has no effect. But I think you should see it. I think
Give
you
me an
should see
Arcana.
your purple magic go and then me take it.
Yeah.
I think it'd be really cool to see me absorb
Yeah,
it
I
into
mean-
this weird like ley line net I have. Okay.
Rolling Arcana.
That's
oh,
for
like
Brad,
as my
right? Or
screamer
both of us?
passes
This is
through
for both of
the
you.
thing, it
Yeah.
removes the thing.
Yeah, you would both need to roll an Arcana because you're casting spells.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm not even near the... Okay, there it is. So,
I'll need the
Brad
one
18.
that-
Cool. Yeah, so... yeah, you'll be able to... The hit will still happen, but you are able to dispel the enchantment or the temporary booming blade on the stick as he does sort of telegraph. You do hear in your mind, again, a voice familiar, much like it was before. There will be times where they will telegraph what it is they will do, but if you are reading the wind in a way that you can see and know what they will do.
Can I say we both hear this?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And so
it's one of
when
those
you
slow motion
Yeah.
scenes where like the
Both
stick is
hearing
heading
this.
towards you covered in this energy,
purple
and
shit
then
that only you and I can see, and then it's like I just absorb it into this net. That's
it just
super
hits the
cool.
net and it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just
But
like,
then you do get struck.
yeah, absolutely. So everybody, what it's looking like is I just stood there and got hit in the face or wherever you were hitting me.
Stomach, I
Exactly.
wouldn't hit you in
Yeah,
the face,
stomach.
I don't
That's
think.
right. Yeah.
Sorry, this is normal.
Everything okay? Is everything?
But I think I'm really
Everything's
excited
fine.
when I
Thank you for the
make eye
breakfast.
contact with you, even though you just hit me. I'm like,
Okay.
I did it. I just did it. Did you see me?
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll do what I do, and you do that.
Okay.
Just be fucking
And
ready.
I'm a little less apprehensive now.
All right, and then we let Smith grab him and
Do
break
what
their
he
neck.
does. Yeah. Okay.
I think as they saying that at the table, Jet, are you at the table as well now? Did you come back?
He came
I never
over,
left
right?
the table. I was
Oh, okay.
standing up, but watching them because they never left the building. They're just fighting in the dining hall.
Oh no, we went to the porch,
They have,
didn't we?
yeah, there's like an
Oh,
yeah,
outside
yeah.
seating
We're on
area.
like a decking
Yeah,
thing.
we went
just
outside.
outside.
Okay.
You probably could see it though, because it's
Yeah, you can see
it's
it. Yeah, you'd
like
be
a
able
whole
to see
open plan, right?
Right. Okay. No, in that case, I'm close enough to you, Smith, that you can speak to me.
Are you watching them?
I was, yes, but I'm kind of preoccupied right now. Why?
Well, no, the reason that I ask is because I'm probably not paying too much attention to them. And I'm wondering if Jet is.
A little bit, yes.
All right. I have my notebook out. It's on the table.
Okay.
And it is probably like open up to a page in the back. And there's a lot of notes and things scribbled on it. And I don't know that you've ever actually seen it, Jet.
No.
But if you're mostly paying attention to them,
I'm just making sure they don't leave after we said we're not leaving each other. I'm standing,
Right.
but near the table.
I'm making some different motions with my hands and my fingers. And I'm looking at the notebook. And I've got my fingers intertwined and crossed. Or where I would normally have my goggles. and I'm pressing my thumb to my index fingers, like I'm pulling a thread and loosening a knot from my eyes. Like I'm trying to grab something. I don't think that's right.
Are you okay?
What?
No, you're just right now, and you see the fork in my. You're just right now doing a. What were you trying to do or achieve? I sit back down.
No, nothing. I was just planning out. Just thinking about some modifications to the goggles.
I see.
Maybe it'll allow me to see through any invisibility or anything.
Oh, Mr. Smith.
What's happening?
Make me a deception check, Smith. Just for fun.
7.
Okay.
I've been thinking about just the same thing. And I flashed the silverware at him. And I say, do you see yourself inside this fork? And I turn upside down. And I tilt it in such a way that maybe perhaps he cannot see himself.
No.
No. Oh, I can't see my own. Sorry, other way around. It's not important. I was just thinking about the properties of silver, and it's not really something that I have much experience with, and it might need some. Maybe perhaps, with whatever you're trying to do, we could find a way to. Okay. I look around again, and would you happen to have a way to disintegrate this?
Yes.
Discreetly.
No.
Okay, then maybe perhaps some other time. But I too have been thinking about this. About not just for your own goggles, but to maybe perhaps help Mr. Tai and Miss Vasha. If ever they need to. You know? But in the meantime, this is useless. So I pocket it and I say, how can I help?
Jet, when you're working with your alchemy,
Yes.
and you're mixing your potions and finding the various ingredients and whatnot,
Yes.
do you ever you ever see the Spellwind?
No. No, never.
Jet, are you lying?
No.
Okay.
It's not really something that I ever thought I would explain or talk about to anybody. Especially not somebody from the Swan or ex-members of the Swan. But my alchemy, my magic, the ways in which we are taught involves the person, not the world. You may have seen, I'm speaking in hushed and rushed tones because we do not tell anybody this. Nobody but alchemists in our alchemical circles know anything about what I'm talking about right now. But we create our own ripples in this world, you know. There's the Spellwind, there's the Geoloon wind, there's the wind of life itself, the soul. When I ask Miss Vasha or Mr. Tai to help me with my potions and to breathe, it's to pull from them, not the world. I
think I understand.
Right. I haven't told anybody this before, but who else can I talk to or trust, right? But for that reason, you know, my family name, you know, is Still Wind. It's, I guess, a ancestral pun. I don't know, but no, I'm rambling. No, I cannot see the Spellwind.
Did you say Still Wind?
Yes. But if you would please never bring it up again.
That's what you want.
It is. You don't know the name, do you?
I've heard it before.
Smith, roll me a d20. "14 pages back. You saw the name? Pretty sure that nobody else saw it, though.
Is everything okay?
It wasn't me, Jet.
It wasn't you. I don't follow. That did what?
It wasn't me. I left. I didn't do it.
You left. The lady, of course, we knew. You didn't kill her.
No, Jet. I didn't do it.
Mr. Smith, I don't follow.
They used acid, didn't they?
They This one? Yes.
It wasn't me.
You were there?
Yes. It wasn't me, Jet.
I heard you. I mean...
Jet. You know I've done bad things.
I know.
Well, I always... It would have been me. It would have. But they used acid. I don't use the acid unless I have to. They were just people. I tried to make things quick. But I was there. The names, they're in my book.
So... You're the ones that caught them?
I don't think so. If I'm honest, I don't know. There were a lot of people that were captured. A lot of people killed.
Well, thank you for letting me know. As you say, you didn't do it, and if you didn't, somebody else would have.
Doesn't make it right.
No. No, it does not. But we have bigger fish to fry, no? But thank you.
Jet,
Yes.
I'll never know what that feels like. But
Mm-hmm.
least I can do is something that I've never done before.
Which is...
I'm sorry.
Apology accepted. I suppose. I need a moment. But, the fog, if you could, I don't know, just, deal with this for me for just, I need to go. I get up and I leave the room.
We follow Jet just for a moment as Jet pushes away from the table after a heavy discussion with Smith. Where are you going, Jet?
I don't want to do anything stupid, because we just said don't separate from each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I assume they went to the front porch. Is there somewhere close? Like I'm not making a scene. I'm just I
Right,
want
you
to
just need to have some space.
some space. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, there's several places. There is a little bit of a morning crowd here, which helps sort of, I guess, mask some of whatever you may be trying to work through, or the stimulus of the stimuli of this, all of these actions in this busy moment here in the inn is a good mask or a good cover if you need to sneak somewhere and have some jet time.
Just need some air.
Yeah, it's just some air. You can make your way out front, or you can go out toward the side door, where the side door leads to that deck where both Varsha and Ty are sort of sparring and discussing. And then there's the front, which just sort of goes out the front main entrance. And then you could also just go stand by the pool if you'd like to. It's somewhat relaxing, but it's really up to you.
I don't want the other two to see me like this either. So,
Okay.
I guess I'll just stand by the front door outside.
Okay. Yeah, so you make your way outside. There is a couple of other people that come by. They do have that look like they are sort of notice that you may have been, you may have had some sort of I can't even think of anything, emotional event, a cry fest. I don't even know, I can't even, but that you're just having a bit of a moment. And they sort of notice that, and they sort of go on their way. They don't try to bother you or anything like that. We haven't seen Jet like this before. What goes through Jet's mind to relieve Jet of being emotionally stressed or vulnerable or anything? How does Jet work through this? Does it happen often? Does Jet even know?
No. I walk. It keeps my mind off everything else. I just walk. We were walking on the way to, detect to see these people in the dark. These the grass. That's my process. I walk.
Okay. I think as you just sort of try to breathe and things, your breath in a low, deep, diaphragmental breath. I believe that's how that works. How that word works. As you sort of release this energy, this breath, the vellum that you have fastened to be the wings of Violet start to undulate a bit, and these crude sort of claws start to then poke into or through your clothes, just to remind you. It's not ever a malicious thing, but it does remind you that she's sort of stirring, like a cat would climb on your shoulder. Those sort of little bit of needles are just sort of firmly grasping onto something, and that being you. As Violet, their head sort of, or the bottle that is their body and the cork that is they're fastened to be their face sort of adjusts, and the cork sort of moves and squeaks, and as it does, you can sort of see it's looking at you, or it feels like that Violet is looking at you quizzically, as if she could sort of see what's happening. She knows what's going on, and very intuitive to what you are feeling.
Sorry. What has gotten into you? Okay, behave yourself, and I'll behave myself. Okay, deal? Okay, behave.
And Violet looks at you, and I think at one point, one of the vellum claws come over and just move some of your hair out of your face and just drags it like haphazardly. It almost like if it was any harder, it would probably scratch or cut your forehead, as they just sort of brush some hair out of your face. And there is a moment of comfort as Violet starts to then clasp and press themselves against you as the shoulder pauldron of the vellum that Violet turns into starts to get firm and tighten as Violet then just sort of goes limp again as she sort of falls asleep or goes into this homunculus stasis that she does when she's not stirring or when you are not calling to her. But you've had Violet for a couple of days, maybe a week or so now. So she's starting to get accustomed to you, and you are starting to get accustomed to her as well, as Violet just sort of starts to stir a bit more. It could be the wind here. It could be the Spellwind here. It could be a lot of things that's cycling through your mind. But I think as you start to think about work and keeping busy and being productive and trying to sort of push away the emotions that you are feeling at this moment to try to find any work, your latest creation or one of your latest creations has come to try to help.
Okay. I flick the vial that is Violet, just, there's a tink noise as I just chuckle to myself that a thing like that could, sense emotion or anything like that. And I just think to myself, I don't blame Smith. Well, I mean, any more than I would blame anybody else. This one, and he's not this one anymore. And he said he walked away. I don't hate him less. I don't hate him more. He's just who he is. But I am glad that to know, at the very least, that he wasn't the one, There was always the chance, the possibility, the what if. So I suppose that's the relief.
Yeah. Where were you that day? Were you around? Did you know?
I was there.
You were there.
I was there. Not for long. I wasn't in the house when they were taken. And I followed. It was on the streets. We don't really use gallows in 9 News, but every now and then there's cause for punishment, cause for public distraction. So there's a place, back in 9 News to the north, where the great shadow is cast by the tree. I don't know what I was doing there. I don't know what I could have done.
Is it common that, I guess, disciplinary actions and executions were public in 9 News?
Sometimes, yes. Especially with this one. Especially when their campaign came. The druid. The harvest. But not like this. I left soon after. Before it happened. And my mother, she saw me in the crowd. She always could. She locked eyes with me, and it was only then that there was fear in her eyes. And so I left.
Where did you go?
Oh. Where did I go? Not far. I stumbled to one street, then another. Before I knew it, Oh. Oh no. I can't tell you who his name is, but he took me to Galfish.
Do you not want to say his name, or do you not know it?
I don't want to say his name. Maybe you know his name. But he would say it's not relevant to the discussion or the story right now.
Of course.
But for a time, I helped him. And he helped me. And he got me in touch with Mr. Dai and the Entente. And I left Galfish a year after. So here I am.
A breeze blows through. You hear the wind chimes start to gong and bang against one another as a breeze blows through, and that is enough to sort of remind you and bring you back to Bluefalls.
Okay.
You, in the moment, I would like to offer you that Jet is a little bit more calm than he was leaving. Having that bit of that bit of travel down memory lane was just enough to at least help take the edge off of what was bothering you.
Okay.
Being able to visit that.
All right. I hope they're okay.
Who?
We left Galfish in a mess. Carrie and the others. They push on us. I borrow Violet a bit. You know, I look stupid. Just to wipe my face. And I go back inside to meet Mr. Smith. I think I have to apologize. Sorry if I caused a scene.
You didn't do anything wrong, Jet.
Did you have any luck with the fork?
No.
Okay. As long as we have it, I might be able to help out with whatever you're trying to do.
Can I show you something, Jet?
Okay. Sure.
Are you all good, everyone here? still?
Uh,
Anybody want any more food? Another round of tea or something?
are you still giving away those breakfast shots?
Yeah, this is all on Uru, yeah. You wanna?
Okay.
Alright.
2 of those, please.
Okay. Alright.
I wanted to show you something. I know you've seen me writing in this before.
Yes. Like a diary, yes?
No. This is my book that I keep the names of the people that I have, directly or indirectly killed.
Oh.
That's not all that it is, though. Sometimes, Jet, when I listen closely, or when I don't want them, I can hear their voices. And one of them, and I don't know who, but sometimes one of them, it's like they're trying to teach me something.
The voice is trying to teach you something.
Yes. I opened the book up to the page that was open before that I had on the table. And I put it down on the table.
Mm-hmm.
I slide it over to you. And you can see all of these notes and things about the Spellwind. It's near the back of the book. And there's little notes and things written in very small chicken scratch.
It's a very interesting shorthand you have. Easy to pick up, but, it took a second to click.
And you can see that there are some like diagrams almost, and you can see hand gestures and whatnot.
I see. I've never quite understood somatic components like that with the hands, where they intertwine and interlace like that. Maybe perhaps people's bodies can be used as conduits or channels to help facilitate their magic somehow sometimes, but I'm no sorcerer myself. Sorry, go on.
I've been doing... I was a sworn for a long time, Jet. And, I had to study a lot sometimes. Learn about how people use the Spellwind and why they were able to do the things that they did, and I've studied my armor for a long time now. The reason that I spoke to Selray was to learn more and see if there was a way that I could rid myself of it. It's selfish. But I understand the way that you are able to do the things that you do. And I think maybe you might understand how I can do some of the things that I do when you look at my armor.
I nod sheepishly. Yes, it's not all that meets the eye, or...
But there's more here, Jet. There's more.
There's more?
Yes. Sometimes, Jet, I don't think it's the armor.
If it's not the armor, and it is not you, then what could it be?
Well, that's just it, Jet. I think it is me.
Just so? So, if that is the case, then maybe perhaps you have the power to remove it so much as also the power to utilize it in the first place, no? All we have to do is just find the right way to make you into a key, no?
Yeah.
So to speak.
At this point, Varsha and Ty make their way back to the table. And they look at you, see that you're having a conversation, and they pass right by.
Jet, I close the book and I say, I know this doesn't make up for what I did. But I'm hoping that when we are able to make our way to the academy, I can use this knowledge for something else.
I mean, much like your book, you know. On to the next chapter. There's no need necessarily to look back. Not unless you're publishing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Normally I don't like to drink, but it looks like our shots are on the way.
I mean,
Here we are. Just the two,
when in
right?
Bluefalls. Yes, please, just the two.
Right, and there you are. And you too.
I'll toast it up to Jet.
Oh, it's not all gone.
I'll take that.
It was
Spare
like
me the toast.
smallest hint of a smile,
Okay.
and I'll down it.
Go ahead, and I'll take
So, about your idea for sight, you were saying before.
Yeah, so if I weave my fingers together like this, and
Okay, all right.
I think maybe I might be able to see.
Those somatic components again, I understand. You know, I actually have an idea for this, and the fork. It's all in the fork.
We open up over at the bar. You hear
Excuse me.
Sorry, yeah.
Rakita turns around.
Okay,
Can I get 2 Bluefalls whiskies?
sure, yeah, I can do that. Give me one. Sure, yep.
They go over and they grab a cask, small pony keg, and hoist it up onto the bar.
There you are. There you are.
Thank you.
This is on
I like
Uru,
roll a
right?
coin over.
Oh, wait. Uru's got it.
Oh.
See, Uru has been here, but in the vicinity, but just off in the distance, sort of minding his own breakfast. Sort of nods over at you and gives you a cheers, but it's of maybe some sort of juice or something.
Anything else?
No.
No, thank you.
All right.
They turn around and get back to the grilling.
That
I
looked
don't know
serious.
what the deal is with, Hey?
I said that
What?
looked serious.
Oh, yeah,
What do you
when
think they're
ain't
talking
it?
about?
With Smith. I don't know. Smith probably crying about some bullshit he did in the past.
He's done a lot.
Yeah, we all have.
Yeah.
I keep telling him to
Wasn't-
fucking look to tomorrow, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It ain't over yet.
Implying we will do a lot more.
Well, what we doing?
I don't know, not using knives anymore. Maybe.
Yeah. We're gonna go to Pendulum and figure out what the fuck. You can start up a new cell.
Of the Entente.
Yeah. We do it your way.
Would it still be Entente then, or something new?
Who cares? Does it matter?
No.
As long as we knock that twat off his fucking throne.
I can't tell if this connection is going to be really bad for me.
What connection?
Whatever this is.
Oh, you've been hearing shit as well then?
Yeah.
You think it's gonna go away?
I don't know. How did it even happen to begin with?
Dunno, but normally I'll be pissed off that my fingers keep fucking tingling every time you cast a spell, but for some reason I ain't. So.
You think we'll meet somewhere in the middle?
Close your eyes.
I do?
I gotta flick her in the forehead and see if she reacts.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. How does this work? Do we want to say that I know what you're doing? Like, how twin sensey is this?
I don't know. That's what I'm
Let's
testing.
roll for it.
Yeah, let's roll for it. I don't know how, though. Give me an Arcana.
Mm-hmm.
Varsha. With advantage.
That's scary. Oh god.
Yeah, that's a
Advantage and disadvantage
Natural
on
20.
Arcana checks in this campaign terrify me, by the way.
as they should. I think what happens here is
man.
there isn't really a spell being cast, but there is this feeling of what's going to happen. I think because Ty said close your eyes and was planning this
Uh-huh.
since before he even asked that question. I think it was far enough of a read for you to know what's happening. And then I think that may have triggered like you going, are you going to do something? But then you close your eyes and then he goes to flick your hand and you bat it away before, or flick
No,
your
no, 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 no.
forehead.
I don't want to bat it away,
Okay.
actually. I actually want to grab his hand and I want to, if it's okay, share the moment, the memory, and the feeling that I had when I was talking to Spellwind. Because I don't know how to describe this to them. This presence speaking to me, basically saying, you can just trust me and like sort of become a god, and how terrifying that was. I just want him to,
Yes, I
I
love
want him
that.
to experience that.
I love that so much. Yeah. Wow. What a
Because I
wonderful
don't know how to
20.
articulate. I don't know
Okay.
how to
Yeah,
articulate
that's
it.
sweet. Okay,
Yeah.
so what you are trying to do here is you are trying to grab his hand, and with
Yeah.
your kinetic bond and your spell bond, you are trying to then project the
Yeah, I
memory
just, like, I
of
open
you
my
having that
eyes.
conversation with whatever that voice was last night. Okay. Cool.
We'll
So
see what he says to that.
Yeah, how would this is just her memory, or how would this thing register to me?
That's a good
Because
question.
what a great
she
question.
sees it as one thing. I don't know if I would, you know. Unless it
Yeah,
was just
that's
that
kind
I
of
get
what
a
I'm
I get the
curious.
sense of your memory and your feelings about it, then I would just get that. Whereas if I'm able to determine my own
Well,
perspective,
I mean,
I
it's
might see it
obvious,
differently.
it's up to myth, but it's a critical success. You can just be there. Like, you don't have to feel it from my perspective. It doesn't have to just be a memory.
right? But I don't think I would trust this thing, even just because you do. I'm only getting a sense of your feelings and that, right? I have a deep distrust of like authority figures outside of Lorcan, and even Lorcan has kind of burned that bridge. So
So do I.
yeah, so I don't know if I would necessarily just
What's
immediately
super weird
agree
about
with
it, though,
you.
is it's not a figure that is kind of invoking authority. It's basically saying, don't follow somebody, go become your own thing, which is
Yeah,
terrifying.
maybe I would just interpret it the same way as you then. We are two
Yeah.
sides of the same coin, so
Hi.
yeah.
You go to flick Varsha's forehead and she grabs your hand. And as she does, a very interesting moment, almost like as if time stops, you start to hear what you would think is Elvish. You would also start to hear what you would think is potentially Dwarvish. And then you also hear I have been looking for you. Barsha.
Who are you?
Barsha.
Who are you?
I am creation. We are creation.
All right, that narrows it down. You want to stream like that for, you know, an idiot.
Barsha. You know who I am.
No. I'm sort of hitchhiking here, mate. No Varsha here.
What do you know of the gods, Varsha?
Bunch of squabbling bellends.
How would you like to sit among them? Your own pantheon? Your own palette to paint across all of Hearth and beyond.
You ever offer this to anyone else before?
Many.
Does one of them sit there with you now? On a throne in Evervale?
No.
Weaker or stronger?
I like your questions, Varsha.
Can you make me weaker or stronger?
However you wish. I need a champion. We need a champion.
All right. And if I, Varsha, accept this, you'll give me all the power I need to defeat anyone.
Of course.
Even you?
Unfortunately, I cannot make that possible.
You can't make that possible. You should be able to make everything. Are you not creation?
I am creation.
Right. Well, then create the power.
It is not just myself. There
Some
are
god you
many
are.
of us. I am no god.
So what, you're just a force? An element?
Yes.
Load of rubbish.
What do you know of creation, Varsha?
I know nothing of creation. All I've ever done is kill. That's the end of creation, isn't it? End of the line. The opposite.
It's funny you mention the end of the line and the opposite of creation being death and destruction, when chaos itself is always in a miasmic state that is undulating and flowing and eviscerating one another in a cosmic battle. And peace is creation.
Give me peace then.
Very well.
Varsha. Give Varsha peace.
The voice is gone. You're back. Your hand is being held by Varsha in the middle of
Sorry.
the inn at the bar.
Did that work?
Yeah. Yeah, you did it. You're, yeah, you got that first fucking try, basically, didn't you? Took me a few fucking years to master that, so ain't you special?
No, I'm just borrowing your experience, I guess.
Nah, I taught you that. It's different.
But I meant about the thing I've been feeling, hearing. Did that work?
Nah. What do you mean?
I was just trying to show you something.
Oh, let me show you something. I reach into my pack and I pull out the canteen. Very old looking thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got like a really ragged scratch, like
Starting to
done with a
peel up.
knife.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's got an S
Mm-hmm.
on it. And
Very clearly
put
an
it-
S. It's not just a squiggle or a wave. It's clearly an S.
yeah, and I put it on the bar and slide it over to you.
The scars?
No, that's yours.
Mine.
Yeah.
I don't recognize it.
Well, whoever learns that technique gets that. That was the rule. Whiskey.
I-
It has to be Bluefalls whiskey in there. I don't know why. I don't know what it means. But it's important. Or, well, it was important to Scars.
I'm honored. Is it full?
It is
pick it up?
full.
Okay.
It is. It's netted with a leather that wraps around it. A bit shoddy. Looks like it's got some bumps, bruises, and some blemishes on it. But then there's like that large cut that right across it that signifies an S.
Then I gingerly take it and put it with my things. I think I hesitate for a second. Like, I feel like I don't. I feel like I'm robbing you of something important, but then I feel like I feel honored to that you are passing it on to me. So I think I very carefully put it away.
You are the last apprentice of Scars.
Who says I'm the last? We're going to an academy, right?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Hold on, what's that?
You see, Brakida sort of notice the flask that you sort of go to put away.
What's that?
I just look at Valsha and let her answer it. It's her flask now.
Looks familiar.
I look at Ty because I don't want to. I feel like I don't have the right to speak on it. It was a gift. Or
Really?
is a gift. Mm-hmm.
From who?
I just point to Ty sitting right next to me.
Where did you get it?
As they look
It was
at
a
you.
gift.
From who?
An old man I used to know.
Was it a gift, or did you steal it?
It was a gift.
There's absolutely no way I would have been able to steal that off of him.
All right, so you knew him. I'm glad you have it. How long
Yeah.
did you know him? Scars?
Yeah, a few years. I was a boy.
Well, I'm glad to see it. We were worried it was taken by the Swan.
Alright.
Have you used it?
Well, yeah. Suppose so.
Well,
I detect magic.
Okay.
It would be just like Ty to have a magical goddamn flask that he
and not,
doesn't know
and
how
not
to
know
use.
about it. Yeah, I think you sort of do a double
Uh-huh.
take and you look down, and as you detect magic, it is. It's magic.
Oh,
Also, it's full now. Maybe because it wasn't full, it wouldn't read. But now that it's full with Bluefalls whiskey,
oh, okay.
that could be something.
I think I only ever filled it up maybe once.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think when I was younger, I drank the whole thing when I found out that he was dead,
Fair.
and just drank it like a young man would.
Uh-huh.
Didn't
And you
think
felt
anything
great.
of it. Felt great. Held on to the canteen for a very long time.
You slept like a baby, and you woke up with no hangover. It was very interesting. But that's a
Don't
detail that
even
you may
think
not have
I would
realized.
have noticed.
Yeah.
I think I was in my late teens.
Mhm.
So I doubt I would have even noticed, because you're immortal when you're a teenager. And then, but then I think many years later on, I was able to get some Bluefalls whiskey, not from Bluefalls, but I remember coming across it and being blown away, buying it, and then filling the thing up again. And then I don't think I drank it for a while, but eventually I probably did. Again, probably more just out of like, oh, I should drink this. And I think I would probably sip from it every now and then, but for the most part, again, didn't drink from it. And that probably would have been quite a long time ago as well.
Yeah.
And since then, it's been empty until now.
I've heard stories of Scars used to take it before, and they would take a swig before battles. And he would always say it helps him fight and really start to earn. It was the reason why he got the scars. It made him fight better. So,
I flinch at that.
and well, he just it's good for when you drink something before a fight, right? That's what he used to do. So,
And I will post what it does in the Discord.
Okay.
The mechanics, or the meta of this thing, is a Troll's Blood Flask. So as long as it's filled with Bluefalls whiskey, for D4 rounds, at the beginning of your turn, you gain 10 hit points.
Damn, you just became a vampire, Varsha.
The reason why he got all those scars.
Ow.
I always assumed the reason he got all those scars is because he used sticks.
Yeah.
Little of this, little of that, maybe.
well, keep good care of it.
I will.
Get you another round then, right?
I come back over moments later with like a half small glass of
This
Bluefalls
is,
whiskey.
Thank you.
Of course. Anything for
Yeah,
friends
how
of
old are you?
Scars.
Brigada?
How old am I?
Yeah.
I'm 80. 4.
Oh. 84. Have any idea how old Scars was?
No. It's hard to tell
can't fucking tell.
with his kind.
Kind.
He was a hollow one. You know them?
What?
No.
Hollow one? Well, that's like the creepy name for them. I don't know their actual name, but that's what Dosane called them. It died once before, came back.
Revenant.
Aye, like a revenant, but not like evil, you know. So kind of like that, I guess you could say, a revenant or whatever.
That explains a lot, to be honest. I can never tell whether he was like 60 or 80 or 100.
Aye, then like age would not, time never did well for him. If, of course, he was quite pale as well. But
Yeah. He was blind as fuck as well, by the way.
I wasn't blind,
Or whatever it was.
wasn't blind. Well, I don't think he was. I mean, he'd always catch me doing things. And great fighter, but
Right, yeah.
well, I'm not sure how well he could see, but I knew he wasn't completely blind. You know?
Right. Yeah. He was like
I think he
I
leaned
mean-
into
eye
it.
blind.
Aye. I'll let you. I'm sorry. I've got to get back to the.
And I think at this point you start to see there's like smoke now coming from some of the fish.
Oh,
and Brakita turns around and heads back to the grill.
oh, shit. Damn it.
All right. Maybe,
This is healing magic.
what?
The flask.
What do you mean?
I mean, I just looked at it and I can kind of see it. It's like, I don't know. It's got a weird glint in the light. It's healing magic. I don't know what it does.
All right, well, I'm glad you got it then.
You never used it?
Well, I drank from it.
And you never noticed anything?
I don't know, I ain't drank from it from years.
All right. I'll take good care of it.
All right, should we go and see if they've stopped fucking cuddling yet?
Yeah, looks like they have.
Oh, you know what? Okay, that makes so much more sense. I've been an
Right?
idiot. Okay. I still feel as if maybe perhaps this fork has a use. Okay. Is there a candle or something in front of us, like on this table or something?
Unlit candle, but yeah, it's there. Rests on the table.
Okay. I'm going to. Should we walk here, or should we? No, we shouldn't. It wouldn't be proper to walk in a place
No.
like this.
What the fuck are
Okay.
you doing?
Just making
What are you doing with the fork?
plans.
Don't steal the fucking cutlery from this place.
Oh, I wouldn't dream of it.
Just had a few good ideas.
A few.
All right, yeah. Don't turn the fucking cutlery into another violet or something. Yeah.
Not even just the one?
Well, it's theft, isn't it?
Well, I mean, I'm happy to buy a fork.
Are you okay, Mr. Tai?
I like this place. That's all.
Okay. Okay. I put it down on my plate. I think we might need some silver. It's not. Okay, it's very important to me.
I stand up and I walk away. As soon as he says that.
Okay. Is it obvious?
Yeah, absolutely. I just get up, the chair pulls back, and I just walk away for a second. I am going to go see if I can buy some silver, old silverware, as
Okay.
long as it's real silver.
Okay.
And then I'll come back basically with a little sack full of forks for him.
So, anyway, Mr. Smith and I were thinking about a way to maybe perhaps, get around this whole not being able to see thing with these others.
All right.
And, we've almost completed it. I think all we're missing now is the fork.
All right, this should do.
A small
And-
burlap sack full of clatters, full of.
I glance to
Oh,
Ty.
silverware.
All paid for.
All we needed was just the one.
Well, now you can. I don't know. You said silver, right? Lots of it.
Okay, thank you. So I take the fork and I light the candle wick and I put it under the fire. And you'll see that the fork starts to, I guess the silver on the fork starts to melt off, and I kind of keep that as it drips off into a container. And then you see the rest of it start to burn a green color. Most forks have a base, at least forks like these have a base metal of copper. And I say, okay, this will do. And Mr. Smith here is going to bend it and apply it to this device, and the rest, we haven't. Mr. Smith, how do you power your? Okay, no, I have a better idea. So once Mr. Smith has bent the fork into a coil, not a very tight one.
Looser than this.
That'll do.
Alright.
So we just affix that here to the conduit that you made, and okay, all right, no fire. Mr. Smith, I'm going to ask you to do something for me that I don't think you have done before. I need you to take a deep breath and blow onto the onto this device. Hold. Hold. Take a deep breath again. Not like that. Not like you're using your face and your lungs. You know how that feeling you have just before you grab somebody's face and shock them to death? So, yes, hold on to that. And then just before your suit does whatever it is you do, use that, hold on to it, breathe, and then try and blow that at the lantern. Okay? I know it sounds stupid. It took... Okay, Miss Vasha is pretty... Whoa! And you see the lantern start to glow a green pulsing light. It goes green and a pale ghostly blue, and then... okay, all right. And then it just gutters out. I think we've done it.
And what?
Okay, how do we know it works?
Well, like this. Gonna turn one of the parts of my wrist on the gauntlet of my armor and sort of clacks into place like some kind of puzzle box or something along those lines. And you're going to sort of see this fine mist start to get sprayed out from various parts of my armor. And as it lands on the different parts of my armor, it begins to turn iridescent for a moment, and then I become invisible.
Okay. I don't see him. Do you two see him? This is important.
What the fuck did you do?
Okay,
this time?
no. I have done nothing. Okay.
That's not true. We
So-
watched you melt the fork and everything.
I did not use a fork to make him disappear. That's not
What
science.
were you supposed to do?
So now I'm going to give Miss Vasha the lantern, and I'm going to say, okay, now put your hand on the top and twist like you're grinding pepper.
Okay, I do that even though I've probably never done that before in my life.
Okay. So she twists, and as she does, it that's the striking mechanism for this lantern. You hear a grinding sound, you see sparks, and then where that green flame was before, it kind of just glows again. It's this blue-green like flame. It's, for lack of a better term, it's ghostly, like a water in the sunset of a dirty lake. And you see Smith in front of you.
Yes,
And then-
I see him now.
Yes. Okay. Now, close the shutter.
I do. I'm assuming he disappears.
Yes.
Holy. I do it a couple more times. I open it and close it a couple more times.
Okay, I feel sick. But I think we've done it.
Whoa. What is it doing?
Revealing.
This is amazing. How long does this last?
It was mostly Mr. Smith. Oh, that is what it does. It'll burn for, I don't know, maybe 6 hours?
That's incredible.
It can light more or less a room like this.
Can you do it again tonight?
Yes, it's a lantern, like any other lantern. Just keep it well oiled and 6 hours.
And does it have this effect on anyone in the room?
Anything invisible, anything that is hidden, I'd imagine.
I wonder
I
if we
mean-
should go back to her house.
Maybe. Okay. But I wonder if maybe perhaps might not be enough. It might be...
Wondering about whether or not it is enough is something that could take you down a path that'll have you thinking forever. This is a good idea.
Right.
It's a
Right.
great idea.
So we set up a watch then, and then someone sits with a lantern like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
It should burn for 6 hours on 1 pint of oil. Although, admittedly, cooking oil that we got from here is not a good oil.
Okay, what oil do you need? Just lantern oil?
Lantern oil.
Okay, well, hey, I don't know. It could be certain specific magical oil he
No,
needed.
you're right.
That's not
You're right.
science.
Okay.
But I could, Mr. Smith, I could do one further. I could, I've never tried this before, but, the silver, remember the silver?
Yes.
Okay. Although I was foolish before. Talc, I need talc as well, to offset it. I get the melted silver, and I...
Powder will work fine.
Yes,
Tea.
yes. And so I mix the two. I heat up the silver again, and so it's fluid again. I add the talc, and I mix it into this paste. And then I grab the substrate from my cloak, and I would offer this to you, but I don't know if it will have the same effect. I just want to be safe. Maybe I can use this on myself, and I'm just mumbling to myself, and maybe perhaps, I can point things out and you can shine the light on, and so I make this silvery solution. It looks like mercury, quicksilver, and I'm going to take a small pipette, and I'm going to just into one of my eyes and into the other eye, and
Is everything
My
okay?
eye-
Is everything all right over here? Everybody?
everything.
Yeah, he's just permanently blinded himself.
Okay.
Bitchy.
Just watch.
Okay. All right.
I open my eyes, and they're no longer the dark color they normally are. They're silver. And I can see Mr. Smith perfectly fine. I can see everybody fine. So I can see as far as I can normally see now. But it's just a precaution.
I'll let you all be.
You still
Thank
won't
you.
be able to see in the dark, though.
Wait, are you saying you can see him without the lantern now?
Right. It's like soap. But I have these as well. I don't know if they would... Oh. This was a bad idea.
Oh.
Shouldn't have had that drink.
No, I should not have.
Did he just puke?
I'm going to step outside for a smoke.
I'll go get the sawdust.
I didn't ask while all this was going on, but are you okay?
Yeah. I mean, whatever that means. Yeah, I'm okay as can be, I guess. I'm nervous.
I've never
used-
fought these guys before, Varsha.
I know.
I met one once, but I mean, well,
What are they like?
enigmatic. Neither one of us really wanted to give away any sense of a weakness or anything along those lines about what you might expect.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that we won't stop them.
I used to used to think they could tell what I was thinking. And I would have nightmares that all the terrible things I was thinking about the God King and all the hatred that I had, as they would come and hunt me down without ever having said a word. Just to wake up in cold sweat. I swear I could see them in the corner of the room. I'm trying not to be frightened. But I think I've always known that they will come for me.
Maybe you can see that I'm struggling with something. Maybe not just you.
I'm really glad you're here.
I don't think anyone has ever said that to me before.
I know.
I'm gonna take out my book. Varsha.
Me either, actually. Yeah.
I've had to study a lot about different spell canon. I've watched you with the Spellwind. And how you're able to see it. At first, I thought it was only my armor. But I don't think it is. I'm going to show the notes that I've been taking near the back of the book. You can see some notes about you and the Spellwind.
How far back do they go?
Not far.
Okay.
At least about you. But there's other notes there, scrawled in the margins and the edge of the page. Observations.
This is such a small detail, but I know your handwriting really well. Is it steady?
Sometimes.
Okay.
When we go to the academy, Varsha, want to know more.
Do you think you're spoken?
I don't think so. I can't just do things. But you know me, Varsha, I've always been very observant. I see other people doing these things and I feel like I'm learning.
I do that a little bit. I can do new things. After watching Ty and Jet, I just feel like I know how to move differently or manipulate my spells in certain ways. Maybe that's it. You know, and maybe you've been so closed off to the Spellwind that you haven't been able to put that observation to practice. I mean, there are lots of spellkin that argued till their dying breath that they weren't spellkin. They didn't even know. They spent their whole lives. We knew. Maybe it's the same for you.
Maybe. Is it wrong?
Is what wrong?
Me learning about this.
No. Why would it be?
Because of everything I've done.
That is the only way to honor the people we have slaughtered. To learn the truth that was kept from us for so long. To truly understand. Therein lies our greatest power. So no, I don't think it's bad. At all. I think it will lead you down the path of being the most powerful you've ever been. An unstoppable force.
I just hope I can stop myself.
I'm trying to fix things. Music. Cool. And here we are.
Bum, bum, bum.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. Is my music even playing? Oh, there it is.
There
Okay.
we go. Mm-hmm.
There it is. That was awesome. Holy crap. That episode was really
What
good.
an episode.
Yeah. Thank you so much for all of the wonderful little lore drops we had. I think from everybody. Everybody dropped some hot,
bit.
sticky lore today. So that was awesome. We're going to go around and we're going to just give ourselves some shout outs and things. And what? What did I say?
Nothing.
What's the problem? We're going to go around and shout ourselves out a bit and probably fuck off quickly because Brad's got places to be. Okay. So, Maya, start us off.
Fucking diva. Jesus.
I know, he's been complaining this
Oh, my
whole
name
time.
is Meyer.
Can I tell you
Yeah.
I'm going out? It's midnight.
Wrap it up, bitch. That's what he DM'd me just now in that scene.
Hey, bitch. Wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Hurry
I'm
up,
sorry,
Maya.
Hi, my name
Maya,
is Meyer,
quick.
and I play
Maya.
Jet today. You can find
Hurry
me
up.
at twitch.tv/Brad
Maya.
Wolto, where I
Isn't
do
that-
stuff. That's it.
So good. Thank you so much. Everybody go follow Meyer, please. Meyer is fucking awesome.
Thank you, Meyer.
Uh-huh.
Made me ugly cry.
It was so good.
I had to message the chat and be like, I cannot come back right now.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready. You broke PB.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make me feel bad. God,
How
Jesus.
dare you?
No, it was amazing.
You're the worst. Whack.
Speaking of the worst, whack.
Of the worst.
Hi everybody, I'm Wax Steven. I got to be a player today, but normally I am the GM or DM of Doom here on Table Story, and I am currently in the process of DMing Rime of the Frost Maiden, which is on Fridays at 5 p.m. Eastern. It's not on this week. We've got a few people that are not going to be there, and it's, you know, we're kind of near the end, and it's really, it's important.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a break this week. We also had a shill show scheduled for this weekend, but we're pushing that back, I believe, till next Sunday. So next Sunday we're going to continue on with the shill show, and
Not this Sunday, but next
yes.
Sunday.
yes,
Okay,
the
got it.
19th, yes. So that's going to happen on the 19th. Otherwise, I'm here. You can check out my channel, which is just Wax Steven. I did a little bit of Star Citizen streaming today, just Star chilling. Yeah, just had a little stupid fun time doing some bounty hunting stuff and Star Citizen. I don't know. I might do it some more. We'll see what happens.
That's what I'll say.
This is all Meyer's fault. This is all Meyer's fault. I was like, dude, don't let me play an MMO. It's dangerous. Don't do it. I should not be playing them. Yeah. And he's like, hey, Whack, you want some credit?
Here's some creds there. Wanna buy some spaceships?
There's all kinds of spaceships in this game, Whack. This motherfucker's got me playing, so.
Can I share the moment where I said I had installed the game and Whack literally called me? Like instantly. Just called me. Like, let me just walk you through everything. I'm so excited.
And she's like, shut the fuck up!
I was like, I'm in the shower, dude. I cannot.
Just leave me alone!
And he's like, I'll help you. I'm sorry. I'm just excited.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even at my computer. It's 7 in the morning, Whack.
Meanwhile, so PB's installed Star Citizen, and we're all excited about that. So anyway, thank you so much for being here. Make sure you check out all these wonderful people,
Brad.
and check out the Spellwind, the Spellwind
Left the call.
Patreon.
He's like, I gotta go. Did he actually
I don't know
leave the
why
call?
that's happened. No, I mean,
I thought you were like, bitches, I told you I had somewhere to be at 7. I'm not.
He just lagged out. Yeah, go make sure you follow Brad Wedo. Thank you. Bye.
thank you. Bye. Playing Elden Ring tomorrow
That's Brad.
for the first time.
That's Brad,
That's
everyone.
Brad.
That's it.
That's exciting.
Nothing
Elden
now.
Ring, you idiots.
It's going to be a fun one. Brad, is that your shout out? Take it away, Brad.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Take it away, PB.
I am Pumpkinberry. I'm usually here on Tuesdays for Kingmakers, and that you should totally watch that. And don't give a shit about my stream, but I will be doing a keyboard thing later tonight, so you can come by for that if you want. Otherwise, I'll see you when I see you. Thank you for having me. And I'm going as quickly as I can because Brad has somewhere to be. Fucking diva.
Yeah. Wow. Thanks everybody for being here today. I'm Mythomatic. You can follow me on everything Mythomatic. That's it. I don't care whatever you do with it. That's the information you get. Thanks everybody for
Patreon/Spellwind.
Patreon.com/Spellwind or Patreon.com/TableStory as well to support us and support the channel and support the Spellwind project. Thank you, everybody. You're all wonderful and awesome. Brad's got places to be. Bye.
Bye.
Have a great weekend and stuff. And now this is where I forget how to play and do any of this because, okay, here we go.